Hi there, this is David Ingleby for Dingo Servo Mounts. We'd like to talk to you today a little bit about some magnetic ideas that I have been developing. Many of you know the way we used to do the single signal mount with a little magnet on the back there, so you could pull this pin out and drop it back through onto the magnet. Or alternatively, you could fold this little piece down flat and put the magnet on there, and it would then stick against the pin. When we went to the dual signal mount, we had a similar situation where you could put a magnet through the hole there, and then your control wire could just stick against that. Now, that's all very well, except that many people told us, I've got something stuck on there. Many people told us that the traction on the magnet wasn't really strong enough unless you had a really free flowing signal. So what we did is we come up with a little bracket like this. Now this magnet here is 7.5 millimeters long, about 2.5 millimeters square, and I thought, well, that would be a good idea. We could stick that little clip on there like that, and then your pin would run through like that, and that would give you a much stronger pull. But again, a little disappointing. It wasn't really what I had in mind. And then by accident I just dropped in the little round magnet on top of it, and all of a sudden I had an incredibly tight pull. I'm really impressed with the amount of pull that gave me. And so I thought, well, let's develop that so that we can utilize that on other mounts as well. One slight side effect is if for some reason you pull your pin out, you won't get it back in again. You have to actually take the unit off in order to get rid of the pull between the two magnets. Then we can put it back on again. Now, something very interesting occurred, is that I have here a piece of nickel silver wire, which obviously is not magnetic at all and wouldn't grip there at all. But surprise, surprise, when I dropped the two in like that, guess what? I had really good pull on a piece of nickel silver wire. So that was the first stages, and I'm really impressed with that, because it's not the magnet sticking to the wire, but the magnet sticking to each other, which then holds the wire to stop it from sliding through. In fact, that holds really well. Now, a lot of this came about because we have the new Omni mount, which I recently put on the market, which can be either a point motor or a signal motor, and I wanted to put a magnetic unit onto this. And so we've developed exactly the same thing here, and you can see there's one magnet, the other magnet is underneath there, and it's held on by the two screws there, so you've got this really good pull on that. And the amazing thing is that not only does that fit on the Omni mount, but as luck would have it, it also fits on this mount. If you take those two screws out and take this little bracket off, you can put that little orange block in there, and it will work on that mount as well. So it's given us a whole new range of magnetic options, and they really are quite tough. And so my mind started thinking about other ways of using this dual magnet option, and what else could we do with it. And the next thing that popped into my head was, well, what about a point motor? And so this is an ordinary micro tin, and it has the double magnet thing on that little block, and it is really, really tight. So what one could do is you could push that pin right up like that, put it under your baseboard, get that all in the right position, make sure everything's okay, and then just slide it back down to the right height you want. No little screws and fiddling under the baseboard. It can all be done from the top of the baseboard. Again, if you did make a mistake, you'd have to take out those 2 screws, take the whole thing off, push the magnets out, and then reassemble it and put the pin in, and then drop the top magnet onto it. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that, and I think that these could be a whole new range of ideas to add to our already large range of mounts. So we have now this particular unit, which will be sold in pairs. So you get 2 at the same time, obviously for a dual signal. It just slides on there and the little magnet drops in there. So you've got that for the dual signal. That will be sold in a pair. This one will be sold singly, obviously, for a single signal mount. That's a bit of a mouthful, which you can use either on the Omni mount or on the single signal mount. And this one is really under development at the moment. And if you would like to try one of these out, I'd really be quite happy to send you one. Try it out and give me some feedback, because this is something really quite exciting. So yes, that's the latest thing. This is now July 2021, and looking very carefully towards the end of lockdown, as we know it, and hopefully soon we'll be able to be on shows again, and yeah, be able to demonstrate these things in person. Thank you for watching.